everyone, I'm going to talk about everything happening with LingOrm and their director for the third series, who is under some heavy backlash. We also have updates on the MIM situation, the Cristine SA case, Freen Becky, and everything wrong with Exo Kitty and Hometown Romance. Let's get started. First is about LingOrm's director, Auntie Jao. He managed to offend so many fandoms with one space live. So he was on an X space, and he talked about LingOrm and their series, sharing some things. Let's go in chronological order, from least offensive to most offensive things he said. He shared some of the challenges they're facing, like how it's really hard to work with LingOrm because they are ambassadors for so many brands and endorsements. So they can't eat just anything, and they have to incorporate specific brands into scenes for promotions. Well, no wonder why their shows sometimes have filler scenes that feel completely irrelevant to the story and look like ads. This happens in many shows. LingOrm aren't the only ones. Some do it more creatively, and some just straight up feel like an ad break. It can be funny, but also really annoying. I remember in an early episode of Only You, out of nowhere, Ling Ling's character started buying bedsheets for her room. It was so random. Another thing he talked about, which is part of a bigger conversation, is about NC scenes. NC means no children scenes, aka intimate scenes. I learned this abbreviation yesterday. I knew what it meant, but not the term itself. Peugeot said, and I quote, "I told LingOrm I'm not good at directing NC scenes. And let me tell you first, because this series has a lot of story, there won't be as many NC scenes as in other series. Since other series don't have much story, they had to show a lot of NC scenes. But this series has a lot of story, so there isn't much time for NC. There are some, but not very frequent, not much, not long, and not dragged out." Other person in the space, she said exactly what I was thinking. People are expecting those scenes. We know GL fans love NC scenes and always look forward to them. So Peugeot replied saying he understands the expectations, but he wants fans to understand him as well. In short, he basically said he cares more about telling a good story than adding romantic or intimate scenes. If including those scenes means removing an important part of the story, like the mother storyline, then he won't do it. It doesn't matter if it's GL, BL, or a straight drama, the story always comes first. Sometimes he even cuts cute romantic moments for the same reason. So fans are kind of disappointed with this statement, especially about the NC scenes. Until yesterday, only LingOrm fans were mad about it, but since then, other fandoms found out and now more people are upset. Although the director did respond to the backlash yesterday, which I'll get into in a minute. Now I want to add my 2 cents into this because I've actually read the novel. I'll not give you spoilers. As for the intimate scenes, in my opinion, I think they are important. The whole story is about this couple who are getting divorced but still living under the same roof. It's about their lack of communication. They have very bad communication. There are other elements, but bad communication is a big part of it. Yes, there's also a storyline with Racha's mother. Her name is King Kamol, remember that. But the core of the story is Neen and Racha's relationship. King Kamol doesn't like her daughter-in-law Neen, and that adds to the tension. For the first half of the novel, between Neen and Racha, the only good thing they have is their intimacy. And even that is not excessive, not too frequent, and not randomly inserted just for fan service. We're not checking boxes here. It actually serves a purpose. Those moments are the only times they're not fighting and the only times they truly feel the love they have for each other but can't express in words. It's also kind of funny because instead of going to couple therapy, they just make out. And it's done in a way that's emotionally rich. It's not too explicit, not too long, and not too much. It actually fits LingOrm's image and what their channel can air. So fans are mad, asking why he's cutting out those scenes when they clearly play a role in the story. Secondly, fans are also upset about his comment suggesting that other series include NC scenes because they don't have much story. That's being taken as shade toward other GLs. He's receiving a lot of backlash for this today. Personally, I don't completely disagree with what the director said. Sometimes it does feel like NC scenes are treated as mandatory, like every episode needs one, and hell yeah, they sell well. But the issue is how he said it. Saying other shows don't have much story is what triggered fans, and understandably so. Some fans are saying that since he himself admitted he's not good at directing NC scenes, he's just bringing down other GLs to compensate, and that it comes off as shady. Now it's turned into a huge mess. People are roasting him, bringing up examples of other GLs that have both strong storytelling and well-done intimate scenes. They're also comparing it to what Channel 3 has given us over the years. Whether it's Only You, My Safe Zone, or Play Park, a lot of fans feel like those shows were carried by the actresses, not the storylines. They were messy, mediocre, and didn't fully hit the mark. Meanwhile, even smaller production studios are delivering better stories. Heartcode is a really good example of that. Only You should have been what Heartcode is. Now they're going back to novel adaptations, which is a good thing, but let's be real. This novel itself is a soap opera style melodrama set in a marriage, with a mother-in-law creating chaos in between. So fans are like, what exactly are you bragging about? Bringing down other GLs was such a bad idea. Maybe his intentions was different, but it came off as a shade to many fans. Not to mention LingOrm are at the center of this whole conversation, so now their comparisons with other series are everywhere. So many fans are posting Freen and Becky's kiss from Gap and comparing it to their Only You kisses, which was already trolled badly even in the past and became a whole dead fish kiss meme. People are also bringing up GMMTV GLs like 23.5, Us, and Pluto as examples of shows with good stories. It's messy. Everyone is reactive and defensive. There's another comment he made about artist promotions. He said something like, LingOrm are an old couple now and don't need as much promotion as newer ones. Now, promotions is something their fandom takes very seriously. They already feel like they're being neglected and pushed aside for other couples. And you know how some toxic fans are? They've been putting LingOrm and Lena Mew against each other constantly, comparing them all the time. It's exhausting to see. Even yesterday, during stadium practice, the girls posted pictures together and some fans were mad even about that, which is just stupid to say the least. He also said the channel treats everyone the same, which fans are heavily disagreeing with. Because let's be real, channels do have priorities. And LingOrm and Lena Mew are clearly at the top of that list. But fans still keep putting these two couples against each other, even in this NC scene discussion. Like, Please Love is expected to be very spicy, while ILF is probably going to be more family-friendly because the director wants to prioritize the story. So fans think the director's comments are disappointing. People really want LingOrm's third series to not turn out like Only You. The director did post a long statement to clarify what he said. He explained that what he said during the space, people took parts of his words, shared them, and turned it into a misunderstanding that the channel believes once artists become famous, they don't need promotion anymore. So he said, I want to clarify that what I said last night was just my personal thoughts, not the channel's in any way. The channel does its own job. I was simply speculating, like everyone does, about what the channel might be thinking. But the channel has never actually said how they think or operate. So please don't turn this into claims that the channel believes or does what I said. Those were my own thoughts and words only. However, because of this, many King Kamol moms, fans who love their artists very much, have gone after the channel, and I'm the cause of that, so I must apologize. What was meant to be casual, fun talk has turned into trouble. I love my channel, just like you moms love your artists. If someone spoke badly about your child, you wouldn't like it, and I feel the same way. I don't want the channel to be put in a difficult position. If things escalate further, I'll take responsibility for the consequences. If the channel stops giving me work or views me negatively, it will be because I spoke carelessly and caused unnecessary drama. There were also other issues that upset some fans, like my comments about NC intimate scenes being used as service. That led to a lot of backlash, especially from international fans, but I can accept that as long as it doesn't affect my channel. From now on, I won't be hosting any more spaces about this topic. If I do talk, it'll just be casually with my usual fandom groups in a fun way. From here on, King Kamol moms can just wait and watch the drama. Whether you like it or not is up to you. Maybe I hyped it too much. If it doesn't meet expectations, then you can criticize it later, but I probably won't respond anymore. He also ended with a quote from the character Natty saying, being a mother means you can do anything, especially a very protective one. You'll do anything to keep your child from being taken away, but loving too much isn't good. Love without balance turns into obsession, high expectations, attachment, and crossing personal boundaries. It can make others uncomfortable, lead to conflict, ruin relationships, and even make you lose yourself and end up hurt. And lastly, he apologized saying, I sincerely apologize if what I said last night upset, annoyed, or offended anyone. Backlash is still very much ongoing even after this apology. If there are any further developments, I'll keep you guys updated. We also have an update on Mim. Things have calmed down a bit, but there are still people digging into her personal life and trying to cancel her over her ex, saying she's lying about it. You guys already know what happened. Mim went to dinner with friends, posted a story, and then her ex reposted it because he was tagged. After that, the company released a statement, confirmed it. Mim went live to explain, and Pitik also addressed it. It was a whole field day for the fandom. One of the main things they said was that this was a past situation and that the dinner wasn't recent. But now, people are accusing her, saying she was wearing the same outfit on the day she went live on 29th of March and said she is having a dinner with her mom. So now they're like, is her ex her mom? It's getting ridiculous. There is even this viral post from a fan group who was getting backlash for digging into her private life. And they posted this sarcastic apology. Dear Mim, we're sorry. We'll do it again in the future. And they had the audacity to post a whole statement in 3 different languages saying, due to our group's excessive digging into Mim's private life, she was forced to conceal her pig husband, which disrupted their normal romantic life and impacted her commercial revenue and fan gifts. We are fully aware that our actions cross the line and damage the artist's interests. We have reflected deeply and make no further commitments. We sincerely apologize to the affected husband, Old Apple, Little Mim, and all fans. We are truly sorry. Like, what even is this? At this point, fans will believe whatever they want to believe. Even Koreaboo covered this and talked about the divide. And I don't even want to get back into the fan service debate again. Now, Cristine's abuser has been arrested and was brought in front of the media to apologize. First of all, I just want to say, it's so admirable how she stood up for herself. After going through that abuse and then having to stand in front of the media and basically relive it again during interviews, that takes a lot of strength. The fake rescue worker has admitted to his crime, including filming. Media questioned him about whether there are other victims. He denied it, but the police is definitely looking into that. He also claimed he wasn't planning to sell the images or videos, didn't know Cristine was an actress, and said what he did was in the heat of the moment, an impulsive act not premeditated. Personally, I don't buy that at all. This man was in rescue worker groups, posing as one, going all the way to her condo, and then committing SA and recording her. That doesn't feel impulsive. It feels like a pattern. Of course, police are doing their job, so we'll see how that unfolds. I'll update you guys if there's more. Cristine also posted an Instagram story thanking the police, fans, media, and all the organizations that supported her. She said she can't say she's fully okay yet, but she really appreciates all the help she's received. And yeah, even though the abuser has been arrested, that doesn't mean the fear just disappears. Next, we have Freen Becky updates. Becky was at an event yesterday where she told the media that she's planning to release music next month, which I'm actually really excited about. She also talked about Freen, and this is what everyone is discussing right now. Becky said that both of them are very busy with their individual work, so they don't get to meet as often as before, though they still have events together. Now, some fans didn't take this well at all. They're interpreting it as they've separated or they don't meet anymore, which is not what she said. Freen Becky fans constantly need reassurance that they're still close and not drifting apart. And I get why there's concern, because right now they don't have another confirmed project together besides the Air series. As for Cranium, we're literally hanging on to it for dear life. But with 9 more artists leaving Idol Factory recently, that building is basically empty now. So yeah, hopes for Cranium aren't looking great unless another production picks it up. But I think Freen Becky fans worry too much sometimes. They're way too big to not get another GL together. Maybe we just have to wait a bit longer, but realistically, they will have another series. As for Cranium, we are getting the manga soon. The Japanese adaptation was announced last year, and now with recent updates, an early release has been confirmed. Crowdfunding for the project also started around March 26th, giving fans early digital access before any wider or physical release. Nat and Pitcha, the couple from Reverse With Me, have officially ended their contract with their agency. I saw this coming. Whatever they choose moving forward, whether they stay as a love team or go their separate ways, I wish them the best. Now let's talk about Exo Kitty. This show didn't just queerbait, it did worse. If someday someone asks me why I watch Thai GLs, I'll just show them Exo Kitty. I'm not gonna lie, I've always been more of a casual fan of the show, and of course, I rooted for Yuri and Kitty in the first 2 seasons, but for season 3, I didn't have much hope for them anyway. But a character literally named Yuri, not getting any girl at all, whole season. That's insane to me. There's so much wrong with season 3, I don't even know where to start. First of all, it's boring, like painfully boring. I haven't watched something this dull in a long time. Even Play Park outdid Exo Kitty, and that says a lot. And you know what? I don't even have a problem with Minho and Kitty being endgame. Minho had charm in the earlier seasons, but they somehow made him boring too. And apparently, this season had 8 writers. And this is what we got? The drama and miscommunication trope feels so forced. I already had mid-expectations, so I wasn't expecting anything groundbreaking, but still. The only reason I finished all 8 episodes was for the queer characters. And they managed to ruin them too. The writing is so lazy. Everyone is complaining about how they turned everything into the classic cheating trope. Like, everyone is cheating on everyone, and that's basically all the queer characters got. And let's talk about Yuri. She was literally treated like a phase. Kitty's bisexuality? Completely ignored, never explored. People are calling this out, especially after the showrunner's comment, which is now under fire. She basically said that while Kitty experiences different types of love this season, it didn't make sense to pursue a romantic storyline with Yuri. And fans are like, so you do see Yuri as just a plot device? That just confirms it. Instead of giving us an authentic exploration of a teenager's sexuality, they reduced it to a storyline checkpoint and moved on. And on top of that, TikTok is dragging this show hard. Even Anthony Keevan, who plays Q, commented under a video saying, "Yeah, I don't know what the F was going on this season." And same. But okay, let's end on a good note. Hometown Romance, first episode was so fun. It felt like a treat after the first 2 LMSY series. From the intro, OST, to the humor, it was such a delight. I did notice that the trailer and pilot had a lot of scenes from episode 1 we've already seen, but that just means there's still a lot more coming. And I loved every second of it. They're so unserious, and that's exactly what we needed. I feel like Hometown Romance is going to be the flavor of the season, at least for me. LMSY are back, and I'm loving it. Let me know what you guys thought about the first episode. If you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. I'll be back with another video. See you guys in the next one.